Today is the 5th of September 2025. About 19 years ago, we laid the remains of Mercy Kigame right here. She died in a tragic road accident just before Kabarak University, and we'd been married for about 15 years. We had 3 children, and that when she passed on, they were 14, 12, and 2. I'm glad to see them all grown up now, and I have some grandchildren. But coming here today, I come to celebrate a life well lived. People visit graves for different reasons. There are those who go there for occultic purposes and all these power stuff. There are those who go for rituals and so-called communing with the dead. Of course, the Bible forbids us who believe in God in Deuteronomy chapter 18 from verse 9 and other passages in the Bible going into what we call necromancy or consultation of the dead. 1 Samuel 28 is a rebuke against King Saul, who actually tried to evoke the spirit of Samuel. And so we don't visit graves for that. Those of us who believe visit graves as a memorial of legacies well lived. And that is why I come here every so often to remember the life and work of Mercy Kigame. I come to celebrate somebody who was a friend. I come to celebrate someone that made me who I am today. My prayer partner, someone who believed in what I do, in music, in education, in social justice. She believed in me. Mercy Kigame was a very unique woman. Met her at Kenyatta University as one of my readers who used to read books from print, and I would put them into Braille. And she loved me like second nature. And I know that she told a lot of her friends that I was her only project in life. In fact, they asked her to go to school so she could get her master's degree and so on. But she said she had enough education because all she wanted to do was serve Reuben Kigame. And every tombstone has a story. For me, it is exactly this summary: woman after God's own heart. Prayerful, devotional, lover of her family, and somebody who loved me very much. Yes, I've moved on and remarried, but precious memories such as these are kept in our hearts forever. And it was tough because I asked God many questions. She died when I had just launched a radio station, and the ministry was doing very, very well. And so it was like a withdrawal of something very special. And so I felt lost for a long time. And now looking at how I made it through, I go back to John 11:25, which says, I am the resurrection and the life, and whoever believes in me, though he dies, will live again. So, like Paul says in 1 Thessalonians 4:13 following, we don't grieve like those who have no hope. We grieve like people who have a hope, because the hope of the resurrection is the only thing that was able to hold me up and help my children to keep hoping. I know that there are many people who have lost loved ones. In fact, as I think about it, my current wife, Julie, has lost 3 very precious family members. Lost her brother who was 19, lost her dad, lost her mom, and so as the only surviving member of the family, she has gone through quite a bit. I know that my children lost a mother. I know there are many of you that have lost loved ones. Let me tell you, it is real, and don't ever feel as if you can ever get over relatives or friends that were special, because that pain lasts. But as Paul would say in 2 Corinthians 1, we comfort each other with the comfort we ourselves have received. And so we encourage you to seek your comfort in God. But don't buy into these things of people telling you, like, stop crying or stop remembering. Life is real. Pain is real. Emotions are real. And so the difference is we do not grieve like those who have no hope. And so we celebrate a life well lived, a life that made me who I am, made my children who they are today. And long live the Bible, long live Christian truth, long live Christian hope, long live the legacy of Mercy Kigame.
Goodbye, mercy, goodbye, love. It's really hard for me to sing this song. I know that you are in a better place, but did you really have to go? How shall I now find the way? Truly such a light for me. You were all a friend could ever be. Thanks for walking by my side. Death is such a cruel enemy. It took the very best from me. Goodbye, mercy, goodbye, love. But did you really have to die that way? Nothing really could absorb my tears except the resurrection smile. Thank you for our pretty girls and the memories of the 15 years. Thanks for such a powerful, godly life, and for the sunshine and the rain. Death is such a cruel enemy. Took the very best from me, and I guess I'll never understand till I see you once again. Death is such a cruel enemy. It took the very best from me. See you once again. And I guess I'll never understand till I see you once again.